Hi everybody, welcome to Anti-Ruggers United. Today we have a very special AMA called Lucidia. And let's get started by having the team just briefly introduce themselves. And this is going to be a part one of probably two, maybe even more part series of an AMA, because we only have about an hour today. So let's get started. Yeah, have the team introduce themselves real quick, show us the gameplay, show us all the fun stuff, and then we'll get into more of the details.
Awesome. I think Oscar is setting that up right now. I'm very happy to be here. You're a great community, and we're very lucky to be here. Thank you for having us. My name is Adil. I'm the CEO of Lucidia. I've worked with Samsung for around 6 years as a partner. After that, I worked with Uber for 2 years, and then I started a couple of Web2 startups, which I sold off successfully after. I've been in the blockchain and Web3 industry since 10 years now. We've been developing Lucidia for the past year and a half now. Everything that you're going to see now is real, 70% developed and ready to go by TGE, hopefully. And that's a quick introduction about me. Over to Oscar.
Hi there. I'm just setting up right now the second PC. I just get inside. Just give me a second. So I would like to discuss about the game, but before there, I would like to discuss about the current GameFi status in the space, the problems that we are hitting, and I guess everything about what is about the Lucidia. So without further ado, I'm gonna talk right now about the current problems in GameFi. So starting with, and by the way, why we don't go on the camera? Like, guys, we're like, in
yeah, guys, turn on your cameras.
Yeah, come on, like, what is that, right? Like, if we plan to rag, then you have like.
I mean, why not? If you're docs, why not just go on the camera, right?
Yeah, that's the reason. That's just like, why are you gonna do that? So, you can see now us here. So, pleasure to meet you guys, and I'm gonna dive into this because we have about 50 minutes to get into that. So, the current GameFi problem starts with that. Most of the projects are focusing on the earning aspect instead of making the games fun and engaging, and like this is like our main issue with the space that everyone is talking about, like a proof of work inside the game. You're basically pressing something and getting something in return, but the quality outside the game is kind of bad. On top of this, the experience side is also like kind of meh. So that's just it's just not what we plan to do. So the first thing is that you can see that the projects are focusing on the earning aspect instead of delivering to the users fun and engaging experience. The another thing that is here is the not friendly approach for mobile users and not easy to use and like fully optimized for users. That's like huge miss for the current projects that they just like trying to deliver something, and then at the end you end up with like only PC game, or like it's not optimized at all to the game, just instant port because it's cheap and it's not something where people are looking. So solution here, we are going into like fully personalized game, starting from your own character. So you can just starting from hair, face, clothes, skin, height and weight, to weapons attachments, or even color of your wheel rims. So if somebody is want to personalize the car, you can even do that. So probably a lot of you guys here heard about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's quite a popular game. And all the items there, you can, of course, they have one marketplace, which is on Web2, but it's limited. It's very hard limited. And on top of this, what you're gonna change that? Like, I imagine myself playing against Adel or somebody else that I can see somebody exactly the same character. I'm not joking. I want to see you, Baruka. I want to see you, in how you look like in real life, and then we're gonna face each other in like a first-person shooter game, and then then we can do like some fighting. So this is the plan.
I'm doxing. I already told it's been like this for a year. I'm doxing when I'm gonna have my yacht parked in Dubai, and it's gonna be called Boyakus of the Seas.
Sure, that sounds great. I want to be there. Yeah, I guess like a lot of people will be showing up. That's fair, right? And getting ducks. So yeah, very cool thing we have here. And another issue that here is that people are not into like seamless, integration with Web2 platforms for easy access. What do you mean by this? Imagine logging into game and you can access it with Twitter, Google, Facebook, wherever, and Twitch to get inside the game. It takes about 20 seconds to get inside the game, and this is something that we're looking forward to do. And this is like our way of doing that. Why? Because we did our research. We talked with multiple people. We also did the research with our close member, including family members. In my case, it was my brother. Like, I gave him 30 minutes to check out the Web3 project. I don't want to mention name because that will be just basically the promotion, trash talking about this project. But he had 30 minutes to get inside, and he was like, all right, let me try to play it. And he was like, start to play, install MetaMask, do this and this. Then he got a message saying, hey, save some private key, private phase of your wallet, and on a piece of paper, And once he hit that stage, he's like, bro, wait a second, like, I'm here to play a game or learn about something and do something like piece of paper and writing some, I don't want to use the word, like, you have this private phase that, jeans, tank, yacht, and so on. And he's like, man, what I'm supposed to do? I was supposed to play, and now he told me to write something on a piece of paper. Like, this is no go for me. I'm gonna go and play, Grand Theft Auto, because I'm gonna press one button and I'm inside, the social club, and I can play. And this is the problem currently in the GameFi, that people, don't understand, and it has to be super easy access for users to get. Also, the people from Web 2 and Web 3. So with our solution, we're going to go with Fractal, Stardust, or Flame. One of those three partners is going to deliver a solution for us so we can log in with different social platforms. And by doing this, you're creating a custodial wallet. And just with 3 clicks, 20 seconds maximum is going to take to get inside. You already have the wallet set up. Then if you want to purchase, for example, an NFT or some kind of item in the inventory, upgrade your profile, automatically, your wallet address is already pasted. So we just purchasing with credit card, debit card, item, and that's it. Like, most people, I think, will not even notice that they're on the Web3. So that's the beauty of that. So this is just one thing about like the seamless experience getting inside. We also want to talk a little bit more about the infrastructure that we have here. 6 games, and why I'm not sharing screen. We have so many things to share, and I'm not sharing screen. Let me go quickly to the website.
Yeah, nobody wants to see your face, bro.
I'm the
very cute, very cute.
The chat asking for
maybe we can. Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to say, Vicky?
I'm saying the chat has been asking for the screen share for the last 5 minutes, and also some people are interested in the previous projects, but we can cover that towards the end, I think, because right now we're showing the game.
They thought that you're Mr. Beast or his cousin as well, so it's pretty good.
What?
Yeah, Mr. Beast is also my cousin.
Yeah, like it's Oscar.
I thought people will be asking for some OnlyFans links or something, But I want to also declare this, that I don't own any of those accounts. You have to ask somebody else. Maybe somebody on Anti-Ruggers United have,
Only foot pictures, Oscar, right? None of it.
That's for sure, man. I'm not type of the person like that. All right, let's hop in back to what we have here. So we have 6 games, and I would like to discuss about the infrastructure that we have here, because we didn't cover that up in my previous response. So when it comes to infrastructure, we have here 6 games, and we want to give a freedom to people to choose. If you want to just play like first-person shooter game, you should have ability to play that, and you don't need to install Minecraft type of game because you simply don't play it. Why you force the users to download this massive package when you're never gonna run it? So we are going here with a simple setup where you have 6 games, one main package which is necessary to install, which is our Metaverse game, and it will weigh around 1 gigabyte. The rest of other games is around 900 to 1.2 gigabytes of the files. And if you just want to play 2 games, let's just say racing game or the first-person shooter game, you're just gonna only download those files. So this is like the only necessary to be discussed. Like, we're not one of those big projects that saying, oh, we're gonna do this and this and this and this, and then at the end it turns out that the thing is here that you have to download 10 gigabytes of files, and this is not going to happen for mobile users at all. Like, I don't see users downloading 10 gigabytes of files on the mobile. That's no way. So this is the thing that we're talking about, the mobile infrastructure for improvements. And the play to earn is more about getting into the competitive environment. Adel said in a previous discussion that he's looking for a solution where users are competing against each other in order to earn the tokens. And this is something that we are looking for. Instead of some kind of proof of work where you're just pressing a button and coin is dropping and whatever. Like, this is completely a positive of what we want to bring, and I'll be sharing in a second like what we want to do. But sometimes the Telegram is not fully sharing my screen, so I'll try to make it a little bit different. And let me just turn it on that way. All right, so video pause. Let me press stop here. Games. Hopefully this time we'll be able to play, because very cool game I have here that I want to discuss. I will be actually playing in window mode, and this should actually give us ability to see what I will be doing. Let me press that. Please confirm if you can see my game.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the game now, or it's freezing?
It's laggy. That's just Telegram is.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better now.
I just want to show that we have the game, right? This is like the reason why we are showing this is because we have the game. We're not like a project that you have to wait 2 years to actually get something. I'll try to slow down the time. That way you'll see more about the quality. But obviously, I'm getting like more than 120 FPS here. I'm trying to focus in again for the game. There's a problem with the animation out there. So I could discuss about the game, but I think we can talk about right now about the marketing as well. Try to mute a bit the game because it's super loud for me. So yeah, guys, any questions?
Wait. Why one zombie is moving entire car? What's going on?
Because we didn't set the proper weight of the car, and that's why I see this it's moving. Because this object is still, I'll call it like a movable object that you can move it. And if you don't set the proper weight of the car, you're gonna have that kind of effect that you can move it. And for example, if I bring the knife, I'm gonna push the car, it's gonna fly. But if you are talking about the static cars, which I can show in a second, I'm gonna jump in, they're not gonna move it. It's just about setting up the correct values for it, and that's about it. So for example, this object here is a static object. You cannot do anything with it, and there's like nothing is going to happen if I'm gonna stay on that. But we have a couple of NPCs there. I'll try to run it on slow-mo so you can see it better. There's some NPCs that are fighting with the zombies. Hopefully you'll see. I'm playing right now on the slow-mo. That way you will be able to see better. Of course, there's some NPCs. Like, can I get some ammo here, please? No, not a gas mask. Oh my god, I picked something wrong. And so, Marius, Victoria, maybe you could say something about the marketing plans. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. We got huge marketing plans. I don't want to bore you guys with like a 30-slide presentation that I got in my next window. But to keep it short, for me personally, it's divided into 2 stages. Community acquisition, which is what's happening right now. We're going to all of the AMAs. We're making sure people know that we're doxxed, that we have nothing to hide, showcasing the gameplay on every possible platform so that all of the appropriate eyeballs are on us and they see us. It's pretty standard. The fun part for me starts in community activation, which happens probably like in at least 3 runs. The first round would be for the early bird holders after the pre-sale round 1 is closed. That's when I actually get to deliver on real DAO-powered marketing, not baloney, no bullshit, actually going to you guys, asking for your opinion. The reason why I feel really positive about it is because this team is really supportive of it. Like last week, we did a zombie shooting game demo on our server. We got like, I think, less than 9 or 10 guests at that time. But Oscar did the game demo, and they were like, "Hey, we need a few changes." 30 minutes after the call ended, we get like this message in the group chat: "Please pass it on to the devs. We want this changed immediately." And I really like this attitude, and I know that any changes that I gather from the early bird holders, which will be the focus of my work as a marketer in this company, it won't be about like making the decisions like on this stage, like, "Hey guys, we go to this AMA, we post this, we do this ads." It will be about going to the early bird holders and asking them, actively listening, and then acting on it. And I know that the team will be supportive of it and will deliver on it. So that's what I'm the most excited about. But yes, it's in few words, it's like this. But if you guys would like to see an extensive plan, like the marketing mix for stage 1, how the marketing mix for stage 2 is different, our event marketing plan, our paid media, owned media plan, I can share the screen and show you guys the whole deck. But I'm afraid I'll put you to sleep, to be honest. And also,
actually, that I would love to know all that stuff. But for now, let's get tell us about the raises, about the pre-sales, all the pre-sales, what you're planning to raise, all the different stages, what the prices will be, basically the numbers that us investors really want to know.
So please, sure. If you guys
I think I can go through that. Currently, we are gonna have the early bird private pre-sale round. That's why we're visiting here today again. We're looking to raise 20,000 USD. That's a limited private sale where you will be able to purchase the token for 0.015 USDT. And on TG launch, the price of the token will be 0.03. So yes, that's correct. You have 2x on launch if you invest into the private pre-sale that we are gonna have today. And you might have a question on why are we doing this? Why are we giving away tokens to half of the price of TG and launch? That's as simple as we want to build a core community before our next pre-sale stages. We have the product. We have been investing over $500,000 into this. And right now we are looking to build a core community of investors. And that's currently our pre-sale phases. And after this early bird private pre-sale round, we will have several pre-sale phases where the price will increase by every phase and over time. So this is the first round that we have before we will do a huge marketing push, and also we will later on before TG we will also be listing on a top tier exchange. Where we will also raise the rest of the money. So that's how that process looks like. And also I'm going to share with you a few other reasons for why should you invest into Lucidia today. When we talk about our product, there's probably lots of other pre-sales you have seen that have fully working games and everything. The difference here is that we have games that we have been developing for a long time. We have invested over $500,000 into this. We have several games, and we have a marketing budget now that will start for our pre-sale phases and after TG on around $300,000. We also have our own budget allocated for the games and developing the games further. Right now, we're listening to our community, finding out what game is the most popular one, what should be improved in that game, what should be improved in that game. Currently, we see a lot of interest around the zombie game that Oscar is showing here on screen share right now. And from there on, the future of Lucidia looks bright. We're gonna have lots of partnerships with different influencers. We have secured the partnership with Travelad. He's gonna support us until TG and after TG with constant updates. We will be raising some money on launchpads. Other than that, yeah, we will be doing banner ads, and we will be focusing on listing on Tier 1 exchange, Tier 2 exchange. So there is a lot to see from Lucidia, and as Oscar here also mentioned, we focus on like full custody, like for example CSGO have that you can buy in-game items that you can later on you can sell them, like it's gonna be sold like NFTs. The good part about this is like compared to other games, for example, if you, for example, buy anything in Rocket League or Fortnite or games like that, you won't be able to eventually sell those items, and you will basically just when you quit playing, you will just have wasted your money. When it comes to Lucidia, it will be NFTs that you can sell. You can swap them for another item that if you like want to change it for another item, you can sell the NFT and you can buy another NFT of the item you want. So, and that will also work for all the games, right? You can buy and sell the NFTs for all the games. I think that was pretty much it from my perspective, and I see Ferris here has his microphone active, so I'm gonna give you the microphone.
Sorry, it was a glitch from my computer. So what you have listened, guys, and so from displaying the Oscar of the games, and we have a lot of more that we've been built in the past year and a half, and we've done it like bootstrapping. Like we need we wanted to do that to show the Web3 community and the whole community that what we were able to do and how much sustainable and well structured this project. And what you have like all of you guys saw, it's just like not like it's just the beginning of Lucidia. So what we did, it's like as we built a very well structured roadmap, and our main focus was in the developing. Like our first priority, it was for continuing the developing of the game creation and our project Lucidia all in all, and the enhancing the user experience for the upcoming months and years. So I'm gonna talk like general about our core roadmap. I'm not gonna go into more details, and you can see all the details roadmap in our white paper or pitch deck or the website. So mainly we're prioritizing the platform development, game creation, and building the strategic partnership, enhancing the new features that the user experience is going to be better and better and better, and integrating the blockchain technology, facilitating the staking. As mentioned before, Marius and Adel, that the new series of the NFT and developing the mobile beta version, Lucidia wallet, and ensure the cross-chain compatibility that everyone in our community and the Web3 community has the accessibility for it. And the most important thing, as like for me at least, is the esports tournaments, because like about the booming that happened in the past few years in regards to the esports tournaments and the prizes pool and the digital event that's happening. It was like wow, like for everyone. So we laser focused on the sport tournaments and the large prize pool, especially that if you can see like the community on the Asia part, they're way too much into it. Like they have a large continent of the esports competition, as well as the marketplace, NFT marketplace, and the DAO system that we mentioned before. And integration, the virtual reality into Lucidia new feature and unlocking the new cities that we're gonna have, along with the advanced graphics that we're gonna have, and the AI algorithm as well enhancing the learn to earn within the Lucidia University that we're going to be also hosting, and the gamification on the platform, online education. Set up the labs for the developers themselves that they want to join and innovate and build and to have a collaboration with us, as well as in the leading brands industry with exclusive NFT and merchandise. So I tried just to sum up the roadmap. You can see our detailed one on the website. So yeah, that's all about the roadmap.
All right. So the big question that about the games, because you guys have a fairly large team, right? Let's see what on the website. 10 people. Who developed these games? Who's working on that?
Our in-house development team, they're working on it. You can see we have an Unreal Engine developer, a blockchain developer, and front-end and back-end developer. So for the game developer, he's working with a team of 4, but they don't want a docs. So we don't have them on the website or the pitch deck.
Okay, so the Jahon Ger or Kino, he's one of the guys that's working on the game.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
so are these assets? Are most of them basically purchased from on the Unreal Engine the store, or are you guys basically is he taking them and creating them from scratch, or like what is actually what have you guys actually been working on game wise? Because you could just kind of get the basics, right? The basics you could get the models, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just
quick input on that. You can use a lot of the framework from that is open source. You can like movements and the very, very basics. But again, there is a huge job putting this together, and there is you have to design a lot, and there is a huge process, and even big games use open source always to simplify their work. But again, it's like using AI. You can't just copy paste something. There is a lot of work that has to be done and customized to make a fully working game.
yeah, and I actually had this question with Oscar too, about like having multiple games versus just one. That was I guess one of my big things that I arose. Like, why not just like focus on one and make it better than
Yeah.
But I mean he gave me his reasons. Can you guys answer that question?
I can go a bit into it as well. The reason we did that is people want to play different games, and right now we are just showing our investors like, hey, we can do this. We are capable of actually making different games and like showing what we basically are able to accomplish. And also by having several games, we will reach a larger audience and gain more players. And also, like when it comes to further development, the community and the players can vote for what game we actually should focus on putting our resources into further developing, right? Because we could have had one product, and if no one liked it, it wouldn't have been a point, right? So now we have several games, and people actually like the Lucid Craft a lot, and the zombie game that Oscar here mentioned and showed us earlier on screen share. So right now we're focusing on these two, and also we have like the open world game where you can explore, like see animals, shop clothes, all of that. I'm not sure if Oscar showed that today, but we have that as well, and that is like a game that is like more about exploring and exploring landscape and nature. And again, that's a group of people that enjoy that. So there are different groups that we are reaching out to with our games.
I mean, yeah, I get that. That makes sense. Just to kind of see what's a hit, what's a miss, what gets some traction, right?
Exactly. We really want to give the community the say in everything that we do moving forward. That's why we're going to move to a full-on DAO later on. And we're gamers as well. So we did a bit of testing, and we didn't want to like create our own game from our own head. So we went for the popular games that are very popular for gamers. And we did do like a couple of beta testing, and the community we did that with voted for these games specifically. And moving forward, whatever is going to be more popular, we're going to develop. The end game here, of course, with the community approval, is to move for a mobile application where we'll be the first mobile metaverse, which will have the multiplayer layer and the games also inside, for scalability and for everyone to have easy access. That does not mean that people need to have a supercomputer to access the game that we're going to develop now, because we're going to cloud stream them with our partner Arkware in Germany. And we're also going to have the desktop application for people who like to as well. So you can access the streaming from your mobile, tablet, or mobile, or you can download the app and access the metaverse. I hope this answers your question.
Oh, yeah. And do you guys have like the game documents, basically the outlines of all the games? Because, right now, I don't know how far along are you, like with the game? Is it just like the demo step where you can just show and, run?
We are pretty far. We do have that. Everything is available in our Telegram, and if there's anything like you have question about when it comes to the games, you can always ask. And also, we're going to have these games on platforms such as Steam or Epic Games. We have especially been talking to Epic Games because we are based on Unreal Engine that Epic Games is based on. So that's definitely something we're looking into, because when we invest like this kind of money into actually developing a game, there's lots of metaverse games that like they don't really focus on the game. They focus on making a cheap game and raise money, and that's not what we do here. We want to show that we can do this and make something that people actually wants to play, and we want to make like a playable games that people want to play. And by connecting Web 2 and Web 3, there are several benefits, and we're just looking into how should we connect Web 3 with Web 2 currently, and how we should also go that way with Lucidia. Like, it's the best way for us to do it 100% on our own, and expand our team with people from the Web 2 space and game development to focus on marketing the game and selling that into the Web 2 space, or or should we go for a cooperation with a gaming company that like have all the connections that is needed, and that we can cooperate with long term? That's something we're looking into right now. So first we have to do a market analysis on that and what we're capable of actually doing to make it the best product for the players and for the community. So that's pretty much why we we could have listed this on Epic Games even last week, where we have fully working games that are they are almost fully developed. There will always be further improvements you can do, but already it's a lot of it is done.
Okay, so
To that, sorry, just to add to that, because you asked about the codes of the games. We have a file for GitHub for Lucidia, where we can share it after the call, and you can check all the game codes that we've developed, even the website statistics. Everything is there. We're very transparent with what we're doing, and we're doing things in the right way.
Okay. You guys talked about Epic Games and going on there. So like as a gamer too, like I play games too once in a while when I have time. Even AAA titles, huge developers that have hundreds, thousands of employees, spend millions, maybe billions of dollars on development. They're accused of, at least nowadays, how the market is, of releasing unfinished games and just milking people with DLCs, or like this should be delayed, 1 year, they're releasing, or they're releasing early release, the game's not even finished and they're charging people to almost like play the beta for them. Like Steam does that a lot. So it's okay to, have a game, at release, at least, like I said, because even like huge companies are doing it. That's not finished completely or doesn't have as much content. So would you say that some of these games that you guys have, how much content is there? Because you could make like a demo, right? Just run around the city, but having a game like Grand Theft Auto 5, what it takes, you could spend hundreds of hours doing everything, it's a whole different story.
Correct. So when it comes to the metaverse itself as cities, it's fully developed with different NPCs walking around and doing different stuff. So there's a lot of like free play around the cities, like driving drones, driving cars, walking into different buildings and stuff. And within these cities, there are the games as well. So in terms of the games, I would say most of them are around 60% developed, except the zombie game, which should be fully developed within a couple of weeks, with the multiplayer and different missions and different things to do within the game.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Quick input here right now. The pre-sale just went live. So if you go to finance.lucidia.io, you can buy right now before the pre-sale ends. It will probably sell out in minutes. So if you want to get into the first pre-sale round that we're having now, go to finance.lucidia.io or to our Telegram for more information.
Okay, let me go pull that up, because that's that one I was confused earlier, in the private chat. I was like, where's all your token information? Because I think that's the one I was looking at. All right, finance. Okay, so finance.lucidia.io.
Yes.
Can you check? Let's see. Does it show tracking of how much has been filled?
Very good question. Very good question. I'm not sure why that isn't showing.
I think it should be showing. I think the dev is just having a glitch with it, but it should be showing.
Yeah, that will be live in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't really remember. I don't think we finished the discussion about all the raises, right? So the 20K, right? That's the first one. Can you tell us all the future ones too? Like, because I know you guys are going to be doing this for a while, because TGE is around like August, right? So can you list just like all? And I like from what you said, 2x at launch. If 20K is like just a certain percentage, of all the raises, that's fine. And I kind of, I agree that, if you get in earlier, the earlier you get in, it's more risk, right? So there should be some kind of risk to reward ratio, right? But I don't agree, to some other projects, and I really went hard on them, where the private sale guys were getting like 5x versus everyone else. And that only happened like 2 weeks before, pre-sale. So I'm like, that you could tell right away that those are just either scams for family and friends making money off the, pre-sellers. And that's exactly what happened, right? So usually I'm pretty good about those things. So, I don't think, 2x is that big of a deal, especially if there's going to be multiple raises. So can you tell us what's going to be the next one? So this one's 20K, like what's all the other ones? And until you guys are going to be finished and go live.
Sure, I can answer that one. So we're doing a 20K now, 20K after 1 week. and then we're going to open our main pre-sale for a few months until TGE. And before TGE in a week, we're going to go for launch pads, which they will be getting TGE price, and then we're going to launch.
And so for the you're going to have 3 20Ks, and are they all going to be 2x?
Just two 20Ks.
Two.
Yeah, so you get your initial investment, which is 30% and 20% bonus on top of that on TGE, and the rest is risk-free investment. And for the pre-sale, the price will be 2 cents, and now the price is 1.5 cents, and the TGE price is going to be 3 cents.
Okay, we're now it's 1 cent. Hold on, 1.5 cents, so it's not 2x.
For the TGE price, is going to be 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. And pre-sale's going to be 2, and you say you're going to run that for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And what's the total you're planning to raise with that one?
Around 4.5 million.
Okay, 4.5 mil for a couple months. Okay, so assuming you guys meet those goals, and you're gonna, I don't know if you'll be able to actually get your, how like normally you do a pre-sale, you get like 30% back, and the rest of it goes into liquidity. I don't think you'll be able to actually get those funds until TGE, right? If you go through most of the launchpad. So how would you be able to market, or where would you be getting the funds to like market for the actual launch?
So like Marius explained before, that we have around 350K budget for marketing available right now for us. And if needed, we will be able to put more.
Okay, so I know you guys also talked about the 500K. I was curious about that. Like,
correct.
What was that? Where did that come from? Is that part of the 350? Is that 350K part of that 500K?
It's just development part, our own money, me and the team, hard work money that we worked for the past years, where we invested it in Lucidia to get where we are here.
Okay, so you guys already put that. It's all mostly development into the games, right?
Yes. What I can say about that is Adele here. He have great contacts, and we have financially backing. And Lucidia is not like a project that we are gonna that we're making to make a lot of money. The idea behind Lucidia is to actually show what we're capable of doing. Because then again, we can make even better products. We can build. We can expand our team with more experienced people. We can improve on on all specters, on everything. And this is about showing like that. Okay, we can make fully working products here. So that's pretty much why we are doing Lucidia, and this is like the first project that we do together as a team, and we have been a part of DeFi projects before. Lots of the team members for years as project managers, as CMO, CEOs. But now we want to do like serious projects and actually connect Web 2 and Web 3. And then we came up with Lucidia, or Adele and Ferris did. And then me and Oscar and Victoria found Lucidia, and we became a team. So we have been focusing on allocating a lot of defense, as Adele said, to development for now, because the product is the most important here. And then, of course, we need to have budget for marketing, community events, all of that as well. But we still have 350K budget for this. And just listing on an exchange like KuCoin is only 100K. And the gate is 100K, and even now in Baron it's even lower. So that puts things in perspective for you guys of how much 350K marketing budget actually is. And when it comes to like the future of Lucidia, this might seem like a small project right now, but we are in the first early stage for investors so they can become a core community member, basically, as we need some we need a good core community before we start like the massive marketing campaigns and raising money on CXs and take the further steps of developing Lucidia ecosystem.
All right, perfect. By the way, we only got like 6 more minutes left because I know you guys got an AMA also, and then I got a meeting. So I do want to continue. Like, I have another one maybe tomorrow, whenever whenever there's time. But so I think for me, it's still a big thing. I kind of want to know the 500,000. How much of that went into development so far? Basically, what are you guys working with at the moment? How much of it has been spent, on development so far? How much is left?
So I would say most of it has been spent on development, salaries, setting up the companies, and starting a little bit of marketing as well. So
and
most of it.
How many developers do you guys have? You said
for the game development, there's 6. One is doxed, and the rest they don't want to dox.
Okay, so the rest of them, so the ones on the website, that's the main guy, and then there's 4 or 5 other guys that are working together.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, 5 with them. They don't want to be doxed. They're getting monthly salaries as well from us, but they don't want to be shown on the team. They're too shy.
And how long ago did the development start on the game?
A year and a half ago.
Okay, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, and also about the doxing part, we do have the main dev that is doxed, as people say. We have audits. We're going to be audited by Certic. We have the KIC. The whole team is doxed. All of that is fully secure and safe for everyone. The only reason that rest of the developers is not doxing is when it comes to taxes and Web3, like Web3, the only reason for Web3 is that things are going to be more secure, and it's also going to be like your privacy is going to be taken care of, and like you're going to have like a solid privacy protection. And when it comes to developers that have been in crypto for a while, they want to stay decentralized, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, but it's not really crypto, right? I mean, if you're talking about, having LLCs, all corporations, all these games is going to be on Steam, that's a real company.
It is, but again, when it comes to this, like lots of these people, they work within Web3. They have a lot of money in BTC and crypto. They don't want to show that on the paper and like be the face of the projects. They make their money. They are in the background. We are the team leading the business, and we have developer that is also fully doxed, as Adel here mentioned. So it's just up to each one of us and their preferences, and we have to take a decision from there. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my question is, because you're talking about Web3, is not the Web3 developers, but how many developers you guys have just for the Unreal Engine, just for the game itself, the gaming part of it, the models, the gameplay, like the actual game itself?
6.
I think Abdel should answer that. Yes.
So there's 6. 5, one of them is doxed. He's the head of them, and the 5 other of them are not.
Okay, because you were saying about Web3 and not doxing. I totally understand that, right? But I mean, Web3 would be just one guy most likely. That it's just the interface, the connection between the Web3, the wallets. Most of the development should be going towards the actual gameplay, because that's what.
Yeah. We do have one blockchain. We have 2 blockchain developers on our team, and they're fully doxed.
Okay, awesome. So I would actually like to know, like a lot more about the game. So maybe tomorrow we could talk about all that and about the actual point of the company and the raise. So I want you guys to be prepared to answer those questions. The 5 million, where is that going? What is going to get investors? Because another thing about having a high raise is the higher the raise, the less it feels like then there's going to be any movement or the investors are going to get anything kind of back from it, So
Correct. Happy
and
to
then
answer questions tomorrow.
we did. I would like to also say that we did have an AMA with a token. What was it called? Survive, I believe, and they were like pretty ridiculous. They wanted to raise like $40 million. I was actually laughing about that, and they just had some demo that just some basic gameplay looked kind of like a futuristic GTA or whatever, and then it's literally we had another AMA like a couple months later with another project that was showing the exact same videos, just a different like UI for like the guns and stuff, but it's literally the same gameplay. And it's like these guys wanted $40 million. So it's kind of ridiculous. And we've seen right through all their bullshit. And they launched. I don't think they got anywhere near 40 million. And it was just a slow rug. It just went down. Basically, I don't think they really ever planned to be a full, gaming studio or do anything really, remotely serious. It was just like a farm.
Yeah. There are definitely projects out there that don't have honest. That isn't that honest. But most of those teams they are not doxed. We're fully doxed. First of all, you can see several projects raising millions of dollars that do pretty well within the GameFi. Most of the ones that list on major CXs, they do 10 to 15x on launch, and yes, they have problem with sustaining over time. And that's what Lucidia is about, actually trying to sustain over time. And that's why we're focusing on actually allocating funds to the development part and connecting Web 2 and Web 3, and why we will be going to sell the game on Steam or Epic Games and have items in the games that will generate revenue. And I think that's like the main focus we have right now.
All right, thanks, guys. By the way, I think it's really time to, because you guys have an AMA coming up, I have to go. And so let's wrap it up. I also want the community to ask questions. So let's have a part 2 tomorrow or Thursday, whenever it's free, because I know we still got a lot to talk about. So
definitely. Thank you so much for having us. Really, you have a great community, great questions here, and looking forward to do another AMA with you hopefully tomorrow.
Yes, thanks. And for my community, guys, think long and hard. Go check the white paper. They have a very extensive white paper and website, and come up with some questions for tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you. Bye.